All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Skagit Valley Playfields, also known as the Skagit Valley Dream Field, the home of your Cardinals, or of the Cardinals. Not quite sure what happened there first. Referee talking to your Hurricane dugout, but he will take his position behind the plate. Also joining him behind the plate will be your senior catcher, number 12, Trevor Blum. On the mound will be Carson Wilms. First offering from Wilms is a strike straight through the zone there. Batter at the plate, number 1 for Friday Harbor is Jay Holt. Jay Holt is Joseph Holt. Joseph will follow that one off, try and take it out of his teammates over there in the dugout. That one will roll outside of the playfield. That'll be strike number 2. No more foul balls, or foul balls will no longer count as strikes for Joseph. Wilms' third offering here coming rather shortly. Just below the zone there for ball number 1. Last night, Hurricanes were on the road, or the night before, I believe it was last night, Hurricanes were on the road playing the Wolverines in Friday Harbor. Wolverines were coming out on top 5-4 in that game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out number 1. A drop third strike. Plays at first. Play is made. Out number 1 still. Coach making sure Trevor's all good. And we have 1 out here in the top of the first. Thank you all for joining in tonight. It's a beautiful day here at the play field, or the ballpark. Strike number 1 here for number 6 of Harrison Edge. Harrison Edge is in the box for Friday Harbor Wolverines. Wilms, your pitcher for your Hurricanes. That'll be ball number 1. So 1-1's the count here for number 6 of Harrison Edge. Edge doesn't take a second out of the box. He's still in. Wilms will now deliver here. His delivery swung at, missed for strike number 2. 1-2 the count now for Edge. My apologies if there's a little bit of a buzzing going on in the background. I'm not quite sure what the deal is, but on my end it looks like there could be. So my apologies there. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out 2. Count will reset. And stepping in the box next to be number 18. 18 is Henry Pope. Henry Pope stepping in the box next for your Hurricanes. Joshua Fedema getting told to shuffle over to his left or right there at the second base position, typically where his older brother Jordan will play. Batter typically hit in that direction. Foul ball comes right back towards us. That'll be strike number 1. 0-1 the count here for number 18 of Henry Pope. Carson Wilms, the eighth grader pitcher, with his next delivery coming in a moment. Trevor delivering signs Wilms likes the pitch. He'll deliver right there in the zone. Strike number 2. 0-2's the count. We'll see what Wilms can do here. Hurricane defense not having to work too hard so far. Hopefully this stays true. Wilms did not like that first offering. Blum gives him the next option. Wilms thinks about it, likes it. Locks it in. Delivers here. Hit. Foul ball. Fouled off. No addition to the count. Hurricane defense tensed up there for a moment. Like I said, beautiful night here tonight out of the Skagit Valley Dream Field. Little wind, lots of sun, UV index of 3. Mom, no, I'm not wearing my sunscreen. I'm sorry. That'll be up high. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. I prefer to invest in aloe vera instead of sunscreen. 1-2 the count here for number 18, Henry Pope. Pope's next offering, swing and a miss, tipped off. 3 up, 3 down for your Hurricanes as they'll roll to the dugout. Your visiting Friday Harbor Wolverines will hit the field. Hurricanes will hit the bats after a beautiful 3 up, 3 down situation. Well, getting us started here for your Hurricanes at the Skagit Valley Dreamfield, home of the Cardinals. Thanks to them for letting us use this facility. Is Grady Woodmansey. Grady Woodmansey stepping into the box first for your Hurricanes. Umpire takes his time, gets into the box, and we are playing ball here. Your pitcher for visiting Wolverines is number 22, Floyd Holman. Holman comes set and will deliver here to Grady. Outside, down low, ball 1 for Grady Woodmansey. Woodmansey, the leadoff hitter for your Hurricanes here. After him looks to be number 3. Looks like that'll be a Mounts. Believe that is Connor Mounts. Let me check the little scorecard real quick. That one's fouled off straight into the dugout for your Wolverines, for the Wolverines rather. Players jumping up and down, getting out of the way. And that is correct. After Grady will be Connor Mounts. So 1-1's the count here for Grady after that fouled ball. Pitcher Holman comes set. Holman will deliver. It'll be ball 2. 2-1 the count here for the 8th grader of Grady Woodmansey. Hurricanes have got a really young team this year, which is good for the future of your Hurricane program, but not quite very good for your present. All these players are able to bring it, but it's just difficult to see or to capitalize on some of the opportunities of more mature players, if you know what I mean. 3-1's the count here for Grady. That last one was down low and outside of the zone. The count. Holman delivers. Tipped off. He's fouled off. No outs. My apologies. Catcher getting hit there. He's going to take a second to gather his bearings and get up. Coaching team will come attend to him as count is now a full count for Woodmansey over at the plate. Catcher getting hit. Will be back momentarily. So your catcher for Wolverines is number 19, Joseph Holt. He's a sophomore, taking that one to the knee. Still shaking off the dust. Going to take his time to get back behind the mask there, and he will do so. Bases are empty. Full count here for Grady Woodmansey as number 22 of Holman looks to deliver here for Grady. That'll be inside. Ball 4. Woodmansey to first. Connor Mounts coming into the box next for your Hurricanes. Connor Mounts, another 8th grader. So 8th grader starting us off here for your Hurricanes. We'll see what Mounts can do as he checks into the box. Right-hand batter's box already looking a little torn up. The Cardinals were out here maintaining the field before your Hurricanes took the field. Right before game time, laying down some water. Mounts with the bunt, plays at first. Got him at first. Woodmansey will return back to second. So sack bunt there for Mounts. Almost made it to first, but Wolverines very fundamental there, able to make a play there rather quickly. Stepping in the box next for your Hurricanes will be number 12, TB12, your senior catcher, Trevor Blum. Blum stepping in the box. Runners on second. Grady Woodmansey with a 3-pace lead. Shortstop's behind him. Shortstop leaves. Woodmansey extends it to 4. Blum. First offering is a strike. 0-1 the count for Blum as he checks out. Grabs a little practice swing. Will retrieve signs, I believe. Coach focused on Grady, though. Blum steps back into the box. 0-1's the count here for Blum. Woodmansey, 3-pace lead in line with the shortstop. Woodmansey's going. Woodmansey safe at third. Foul ball called at the plate. So Woodmansee now on third. 0-2 the count here for Trevor Blum. Woodmansee making it to third there in beautiful scoring position now. If Blum can get a base hit here, Woodmansee is scoring. Next offering from Holman. Outside, ball one. 1-2 the count here for Blum. After Blum will be Fedema of the Jake variety, junior, playing first base. 1-2 is the count here for Blum. Woodmansee on third, 2-pace lead. May extend it to 3, decides not to. Pitcher comes set and will deliver here. Trevor Blum will foul that one off for no addition, to the count. Blum checks out of the box, checks back in. Right-handed batter's box already looking pretty torn up here early on in this game. It was rolling in the bottom of the first. Woodmansee's on third, 2-pace lead. Pitcher will come set. Blum at the plate, 1-2 count. Pitcher will deliver just outside. Ball 2, 2-2 now for Blum. My apologies, having a little issue here with our score bug. There we go, got it all updated. So 2-2 the count here for Blum as he's in the box. Woodmansee on third. Blum will take that one for a fouled off ride, but showing potential there. Can you get that one straightened out? That one is a laser going for a base hit. So fouled off, stays alive at the plate here for Blum. 2-2 the count here for Blum. Blum's back in the box, 2-2 displayed by umpire. Woodmansee with a lead of 2 paces. Pitcher does not care, comes set and will deliver here shortly. Does so. Blum didn't go. Pass ball. Coach telling Woodmansee to not go. Friday Harbor looking to see if Trevor Blum swung. Umpire at the plate calling it a ball. So now 3-2 count. Three twos the count here for Blum. Staying at the plate. Walker knock situation here. Woodmansee on third. 2-pace lead. Pitcher delivers in the dirt. Pass ball. Trevor's going. Woodmansee will stay. Blum takes first. Woodmansee staying at third. So runners in the corners here as Fedema will step up to the plate. Fedema, your first baseman, a lefty, number 20, Jake Fedema, courtesy runner coming in. Walker Wogemuth going to be coming in for your catcher, Trevor Blum, courtesy runner. Just trying to keep Trevor safe as he's I'm not going to say injury prone, but he is a targeted player since he is a catcher. Just the way Coach Andy is deciding to play this year. You've seen it every single game. You should not be surprised at this point. So runners in the corners, umpire calls time. Umpire telling the boys on your Hurricane side to keep the ball, fouled off ball, in either the dugout or their pocket. Don't put it on the ground in front of them, as that is technically in the field of play and could be confusing. Runners going to second. Throw down. Pitcher will catch. Beautiful little trick play there from your Wolverines, trying to potentially get your Hurricanes to try and steal home when the pitcher gets the ball there. So runners, 2 runners in scoring position. Fedema at the plate with a nothing count. Tipped off there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count here for Fedema with 0-2 the count here. 0-2 is the count for Fedema with 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out. Both runners with a 2-pace lead. Walker Wogemuth in line with the shortstop. Down low, just below the zone. Ball 1. So 1-2 count here for now for Fedema. We'll see what he can make of this situation. 1-2 is the count for Fedema as he checks back into the box. Runners check back to their bags. Both will bring out a 2-pace lead in scoring position. So 2 runners in scoring position, Walker Wogemuth and Grady Woodmansee. Pitch delivered, swing and a miss. Strike 3, out number 2. So next, walking up to the plate now will be Bennett Davis, number 14. Bennett playing third base, I believe. Typically where Bennett's playing. Bennett calling time early. Runners again in scoring positions. Don't have to run on a hit, but I'll assume they will. First offering strike there from number 22, Floyd Holman. Holman there coming quick. Davis now checks back into the box. Bennett Davis, sorry. 0-1 the count. And next delivery will be up high and outside the zone for ball number 1. 1-1 count here for Bennett. One the count here for Bennett with 2 outs. Floyd Holman comes set. Floyd will deliver here. That one will be knocked beautifully into center field. Hopefully dropping in, not quite able to do so. That'll be out number 3. No runs will score. Beautiful job from the center fielder there to get the Wolverines out of that little pickle they had found themselves in. Hurricanes will take the field next. Wolverines will hit the bats. We'll be back momentarily here on MVC TV. Thank you for tuning in. Bennett Davis will deliver the ball to Carson Wilms. We'll get rolling here as we roll into the top of the second. I'll update that real quick. My apologies there. So top of the second here, starting off for Wolverines will be number 3 of Jackson Felix. Bennett underneath of that one, and will make the snag for out number 1. Beautiful catch there from Bennett. Coach Andy making sure we know catch it with 2 hands. Stepping in the box next for the Wolverines will be your pitcher, number 22, Floyd Holman. Holman stepping in the box. Holman, a very tall sophomore. Bigger strike zone than most, I would say. First offering from Wilms is a strike. 0-1 the count here now, as Holman will step back into the box. Wilms comes set. Blum receives the sign, will transfer sign. Wilms likes it and will deliver here. That one is hit up high. Second baseman Josh Fedema drops it. Getting it, bobbles it. Error. Second baseman Josh Fedema not quite able to make the play there to get a runner out. So runner on first. Umpires calling time. Going to be getting a courtesy runner. 23 coming in for 22, so 23 will be Colton Reinberger. Colton Reinberger going to be on first instead of number 22, Floyd Holman. Up in the box next for the Wolverines will be Parker Aylward. Parker Aylward in the box next. That first offering's in the dirt. Runner's going. But I'm going to work to scramble to obtain that one, and he will get that back to Carson. Runner stays at second. So runner in scoring position early here for the Wolverines. Batter at the box is number 2, Parker Aylward. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that name. My apologies, Parker. Runner on second, got a 2-pace lead. Up high, ball 2. Two of the count here for Parker. Runner on second of Reinberger has a 2, we'll call it 3-pace lead, a little more aggressive than 2. Wilms checks and will deliver. Goes back. Woodmansey's there. Safe. Woodmansey almost got him. Runner on second, safe. Reinberger on second for the Wolverines. Aylward. Parker will check back into the box. 2-0 the count here for Parker. Next delivery, fouled up and out for strike number 1. So 2-1 now the count off of that foul ball. Runner on second has a 2-pace lead. Almost 3-pace lead. And is almost on the green there. The infield green. Number 2, Parker has got an interesting batting stance. Almost perfectly upright. Now gets into his stance. That one's hit down your third base line.
Tag.
Davis doesn't get the tag applied. And he's safe at third. So runner's now in the corners. And runner comes off the bag, and he's out. So now no longer runners at the corners. Runner only on first. Critical mistake there from base running on number 23 of Colton Reinberger. Came off the bag before time was called. Set in the box next is the lefty Boaz Moses. I believe playing first base tonight. Count will reset. Wilms checks first. Will deliver here to Boaz. Ball 1. Number 15. 1-0 the count here for Boaz. Boaz looking like he could be a slugger if he gets a good pitch here. Runner's going to second. Davis going to work to get this one across to first. Will do so. And that is out number 3. Hurricanes will hit the bats next. Wolverines go to the field. And we'll be back here momentarily from the Skagit Valley Dream Field in Hurricane Baseball on MVC TV. So stepping in the box first for your Hurricanes here at the Skagit Valley Dream Field, home of the Cardinals, will be Joshua Fedema. Josh Fedema, the youngest of the 3 Fedemas, playing second base today. And I believe your fielding stays the same for the Wolverines. Strike 1 there for Fedema. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the second. Fetima's next offering coming from Holman. Holman will deliver down in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1 the count here for Fatima. The count here for Fatima. Holman taking his time to deliver. That'll be just in the zone there at the bottom for strike number 2 for Fatima. Close little ball strike there, rather, for Fatima. Not necessarily a perfect strike, but a strike nonetheless. 1-2 the count here for Fatima. Up high for ball number 2.
Hey, win the battle, Josh.
2-2 the count here for Fatima. Fatima still at the plate here. Hey. And next offering from Holman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 1 there for your Hurricanes. 7 in the box. Next will be lefty number 7, Nolan Wolgamuth. Wolgamuth's first offering here from Holman will be just outside the zone for ball number 1. 1-0 the count here for Wolgamuth. With no outs. Or sorry, 1 out rather. Wolgamuth gonna try and get a bunt there. Not quite able to lay that one down. 1-1 now the count here for Wolgamuth. So 1's across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for your Hurricanes. After Wolgamuth will be Fatima of the oldest variety, Jordan Fatima. Wolgamuth, swing and a miss, strike number 2. One, 2 the count here for Wolgamuth. Gonna have to find one he likes here, but can't be too picky as he's already got 2 strikes against him, so we'll see what he can do here. Next delivery from Holman takes a little bit, but here it comes. Up high, ball 2. So 2-2 now the count for Wolgamuth. Steps out of the box and will receive verbal communication and also probably some signs there from Coach Andy. Wolgamuth steps into the box again. Holman comes set and will not deliver. Wolgamuth calls time. Wolgamuth not comfortable with the way he was sitting there. So 2-2 the count here with 1 out. Holman will deliver here. Outside, ball 3. Full count now here for Wolgamuth. Going to be a walker-knock situation. We'll see what he can make of it here. Coach Andy looking for him to get working with the 2 strikes in the sense of find something you like. But he can't be too picky here. Deep in this count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 out number 2. Jordan Fatima will step into the box next for your Hurricanes. Fatima, not quite sure what position Fatima's playing today. Might be your DH, but I doubt it. It is Jordan Fatima, your DH, batting for Carson Wilms. First offering is a strike number 1 from number 22, Floyd Holman. Holman will come set again and will deliver here. That'll be hit by a pitch. Free base there for Fatima. Couldn't get out of the way in time. Runner on first now. Walking the box next will be Chase Woodmansey, number 16, the sophomore.
Load early. Get your foot down. Short swing. Be on time.
Father Woodmansey giving Chase a couple pointers to my right. 0's the count as he checks in. Fedema on first, 2-pace lead. Looking to potentially steal here. He's got that look in his eye. Extends it to 3-4. Pass ball. Fedema's going. Runner in scoring position now is Jordan Fedema. Fedema on second. Woodmansey at the plate. First offering was a ball coming from the glove of Floyd Holman. Younger brother Grady Woodmansey after Chase here in the lineup. Jordan with a 2-pace lead. Woodmansey had tipped that one off for strike number 1. 1-1 now for Woodmansey.
On time. Load earlier. Let's go 16th.
Chase Woodmansey steps back in the box. After some signs from Coach Andy, Fedema 3-pace lead with shortstop behind him. Shortstop will leave. Delivery for Woodmansey's strike number 2. Fedema check back to the bag.
Hey, now you know.
1-2 the count here for Woodmansey
Ball
with
slow.
2 outs. Strike zone looking to be a little bit lower tonight.
Be on time. Short.
Fedema 3-pace lead, shortstop behind him. Shortstop will leave. Fedema still 3 paces. Pitcher will deliver here. That'll be strike 3, falling in the zone at the last moment. For Woodmansey, Hurricanes will go to the field, and we will roll into the top of the third momentarily here at the Skagit Valley Dream Field. So taking a second to get into the box is number 7, Forrest Goodremont. Not quite sure how to pronounce that name, but I'm gonna call it Goodremont. Goodremont walking in the box first for your Wolverines, the Wolverines rather. That one will be fouled off down the line, third baseline that is, for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count here for Forrest. Wilms still on the mound, Blum still behind the mask. Jake Fedema first, Josh Fedema second, Grady Woodmansey short, and Bennett Davis at third. Wilms next delivery right there in the zone for strike number 2. Beautiful strike there from Wilms. We'll see what else he can do here. Wilms next delivery, strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 out. Beautiful little opener there for Wilms. Hurricanes will do a little catch through the infield. Chase Navarre is delivering a foul ball back to the game. Bennett Davis will deliver the ball back to Carson Wilms. Wilms comes set. Finds his position and grip on the ball. And batter will call time. So Wilm's going to have to find his groove again. Something he's probably used to playing select and normal school ball. Fouled off there for strike number 1 there on the first offering from Wilms. Batter at the plate is number 9 of Will Youngsman. Youngsman at the plate. 0-1 the count for Youngsman. 0-1 with 1 out. Wilms looking to deliver something beautiful here. Not quite what I meant for beautiful, but that's okay. 1-1 the count now for Wilms and Youngsman. One's the count. Now 2-1, or 1-2. Sorry, yeah, 2-1. My apologies there. 2-1 the count now for Youngsman rather. Wilms finds his position on the ball and will deliver here after coming set. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 now. 2s. 2-2, 1 out for Youngsman. Wilms comes set, finds his grip on the ball, likes the sign, and will deliver here. Down low in the dirt, ball 3.
Go, Cars.
So full count now
Make
across
him
the
earn
board.
it.
It'll read 3-2-1
Make 'em earn it.
out above left field. 3-2-1. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Wilms here with the full count versus Youngsman. Wilms delivers here. Up high, ball 4. So runner on first is Youngsman. Stepping in the box next is number 19, Joseph
Hey,
Holt.
roll it up.
Holt stepping in the box next. Right-handed batter's box. My apologies, getting some allergy sniffles in there. Allergies are in full swing here in the Pacific Northwest. Up high, ball 1.
Hey, get the hitter, Cars.
For Holt. Runner on first had about a 2-pace lead. Coach Andy getting Josh over into position to potentially make a double play if it gets hit towards him. Turn that one over to short at second, and then get that one across back over to first for a double. 1's the count. 1-1 after that. Fouled off pass ball. Wilms trying to throw out. Runner on first, not quite able to do anything with that. Fouled off for strike number 2. 1-2 count now
Wait, Cars.
for number 19, Joseph Holt. Runner on first is Will Youngsman. Youngsman almost got picked off there early. Previous pitch by Wilms and Fedema. 1-2 the count here. Delivery, runner going, swing and a miss, strike. Woodmansey not quite able to make the snag there. Good thing Josh was there backing him up. Time called. Out number 3 as obstruction was being called against the Wolverines. So number 19 getting in the way of Blum there for that little throwdown. And so inning will turn over, double play effectively for your Hurricanes. We'll roll into the bottom of the 3rd. Hurricanes will hit the bats next. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball on MVC TV. So the call on that last play was not actually obstruction from the batter. That was rather spiking being called there on second base. Not quite sure how well you could see it on the live stream, but the runner from first got into the player there with Grady Wilmancy, your shortstop, actually spiked him in the shin there as Grady was trying to make the play for from the throwdown from Blum. So spiking being called third out there for your Wolverines. Tough little situation, but thankful that the umpires are protecting the players. Umpire making that one is hit up high. Pitcher going to work to try and get underneath of that one, and will do so. Out number one early. Woodmancy not quite able to get on that one completely.
Let's go, Connor. Get it started.
Some Mounts. Connor Mounts stepping in the box next for your Hurricanes. We are back. Grady was actually the top of the lineup. So Mounts second in the lineup here, if I'm not mistaken. Strike in the zone there for Mounts, offering number one from number 22 of Floyd Holman.
Let's go, 3.
Mounts will come back set. Holman comes set and will deliver here. Down low, just below the zone. Ball 1-1 now the count for Mounts. Holman, a sophomore. That one is sent back towards the mound. That one will bounce into center field. Center field will bobble. Mounts will stay at first. Blum steps in the box next for your Hurricanes. This kid can hit. Being the one getting the first ever program history out of the park home run earlier versus Concrete. Also his first career. And Mounts is on first here with a 2-pace lead. With one out, Blum is at the box, in the box. First offering, swing to miss, going for power. Oh, 1 the count with one out. Mounts with a 2-pace lead. Blum in the box. Pitcher will check, Mounts. Comes back set. And a pass ball, Mounts going to second. He'll make it up easily into scoring position. So ball 1 here for Blum. 1-1 now with one out. Mounts, sticks, step off. Shortstop is right there with him, crowding him against that grass there on the infield. Pitcher will deliver to Blum at the plate. Blum hits that one down third baseline, fouled off. Strike 2. Pitcher making a little hop to gather that one up after a almost potentially pass ball there from the catcher. Obviously probably wouldn't have given Mounts the opportunity to get passed on over to third. 1-2 now. Pass ball. Mounts going to third. He'll be up easy further into scoring position. Two, 1. 2-2 the count here. Looking to potentially be a sacrifice score here with only one out. Hurricanes could afford to do that and would give them the lead of 1-0. That one is hit up, fouled out, and that might hit the car. Barely misses that car. That ball had some velocity, could have done some serious damage on that car. Not sure whose car that is, but don't believe we're really supposed to have cars inside the ballpark. Mounts on third, 2-pace lead. Blum at the plate with a 2-2 count. Up high, just dropped into the zone there, but will stay a ball. So 3-2 the count here. Bennett and Fedema having a little conversation off to your left, just outside of the screen.
Hey, do a job.
There now you can see Fedema. Davis will go back to in the whole circle. Mounts 3-pace lead. Slow steps forwards. Blum rails that one over to right. That one will be caught by right, and Mounts will score on the deal. So a little sacrifice fly. 2 outs, no runners on base. 1 run will score. RBI for Blum. Beautiful play. So 2 outs now, as Fedema will step into the box next for your Hurricanes.
Hey, get a start, Jake.
Fedema in the box for your Hurricanes. So they lead 1-0 at the bottom of the third. This game will be a very tight game. These teams pretty closely matched. Pass ball for ball number 1. Bennett on the tail end of that one, picking that one up for our umpire. 1-0 the count here for Fedema as he steps back into the box with 2 outs. Pitcher comes set and will deliver here. Outside the zone, ball 2.
Let's go, Jake. Have a plan. Hey, you're looking for one pitch. Get it. Drive it.
2-0 the count here with 2 outs. Two outs. Pitcher will come set here. Fedema still in the box. Just up high and outside of the zone there for ball number 3 for Fedema. Two outs. We'll see what Fedema can do here. Strike 1 here for Fedema. Now he's seen it, gonna have to figure out how he can drive that kind of a pitch to the outfield. Find some green for that ball. 3-1 his count. Gonna have to find something pretty for Fedema to swing at this one. That one down at the feet. Ball 4, free base. So runner on first. Zeros for Bennett as he'll step into the box for the second time this game. Fedema with a 2-pace lead. Fedema going for second. Davis will play that one into third. That ball is short. I saw a foot off the bag, but umpire's going to call Bennett Davis out at first, so nothing there. We'll roll into top of the 4th here at Skagit Valley Dreamfield. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Hurricane Boys Baseball on MVC TV. Talk to you shortly. So stepping in the box next for the Wolverines will be number 6, Harrison Edge. Edge in the box for, again, I believe his second time in today. He'll be up high near the head there for ball number 1. Not quite what you want to see if you are Edge's parents. 1-0. 1-0 the count here. Now going to be 2-0 the count. Here. Wilm's going to work to try and get ahead in this count now. That'll be a good step in that direction. 2-1 the count now. Next delivery, 2-2 now. Wilms now back even in a sense of this count. Gonna try and potentially come at him or give him something in the dirt, trying to make him think he's going at him. Next delivery from Wilms, fouled off. Decided to come at him. So gonna try and make number 6 of Harrison Edge swing here. And get out number 1 in this inning for your Hurricanes. We'll see what Wilms can do here. Wilms' first offering, passed ball 3, so now a full count here. Something that Wilms is not unfamiliar with. Three-two the count here for Wilms. See what you can make of it here. Up high, ball 4, empty base. So runner on first will be number 6 of Harrison Edge. Coach Andy going to be taking a second to talk to his young pitcher of Carson Wilms. Trevor Blum, the seasoned catcher, is there. Trevor's been in the catching position ever since we were in Little League. Yes, I did play baseball. And yes, I stopped playing baseball. Wilms going to be getting a new ball here as number 18, Henry Pope, will check into the box next for the visiting Wolverines. Wilms going to work to turn up the game a little bit. Swing and a miss, strike 1, beautiful first pitch in that direction. Runner is going. Strike called. Safe called. Blum with a beautiful little throw down. Strike at the plate. Safe at home, or at second, rather. 2-0 the count. Runner on second with 2 paces. Sorry, 0-2's the count. My mistake. Pass ball, runner going to third. Well, I'm not quite able to retrieve that one fast enough. So 1-2 now the count here for number 18 of Henry Pope. I wouldn't trust me if I was you, but then again, you never know. Runner on third. Extending that one to 4 paces. Doesn't matter. Out number 1. Strike 3, out 1. Turning the box next will be Jackson Felez. Jackson Felez. Felez in the box next. Wilms delivers. That one hit up high. Central center field. Caught. Gonna have to get this one in. Fedema is there. And one run will score. Bases are now empty. Blum almost was able to make the play there, but ball not quite on the target. Ball from Fedema not quite on target. So, game now tied top of the 4th at 1s. Number 22 of Floyd Holman will check into the box next. Your starting pitcher for the Wolverines. Wilms going to work to get ahead early. That'll be not the case. 1-0 the count here now for Holman. Holman, your pitcher, knowing what Wilms is thinking through up there on the mound. Strike number 1, beautiful second pitch there from Wilms. So 1-1 the count for Wilms with 1 out. We'll see what he can have here. That ball is hit to shortstop. Grady Woodmansey gets that one across to Fedema. Fedema will take the bag, get him out for out number 3. So my mistake, forgot one of the 3. So we are now rolling into the bottom of the 4th. And Hurricanes getting a little pep talk there from Coach Andy's kid. And it's time for Hurricanes to get some hits here. We'll be back momentarily. First offering for Josh Fedema, a strike. Being corrected by Miss Bigler that Connor Mounts is a freshman, not an 8th grader. She's now cackling over in the stands. Glad you got a kick out of that. 0-1 the count here at the plate for Fedema. Next delivery, outside pass ball, 1-1 now. Welcome to be on tail of that one. Fedema, 8th grader. One the count here for Fedema. No outs. Bases are empty. In the dirt, down low, almost in the dirt rather, for 2-1. Wolgamuth again on the tail end of that one. Fedema gonna have to find one he likes to take it for a ride. Outside pass ball, ball 3. Fedema has to find one he really likes in order to swing at this one, as he is ahead by a bit in this count. 3-1 as he checks back into the box. Bottom of the 4th rather. Hurricanes and Wolverines tied at 1. That one's hit beautifully to the right center gap and will drop in for an upright single. Fedema gets that one in, and we'll get a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner, Gavin Brown. Gavin Brown coming in for Josh Fedema. Fedema with a beautiful little knock there. 7 in the box next for Hurricanes will be number 11 of Nolan Wolgamuth. After him, it'll be oldest of the 3 Fedemas, Jordan Fedema, wearing number 24, DHing for Carson Wilms, your pitcher. at first is Gavin Brown, substitute running for Josh with a 3-pace lead. Gavin is going to have to get down. Throw is off. He is up on his knees and is upright on second. So now one runner in scoring position. I'm not quite sure what the call was at the plate. I would assume it would be a ball. It's the assumption being made in the park. Brown with a 2-pace lead, toes on the grass. Bunt being laid down up high. Catcher not able to catch it. That one's passed. And Wolgamuth's going to go for second. Nobody's there. He's upright second on a bunt. Nolan Wolgamuth gets second off of a bunt. Error by your Friday Harbor Wolverines. So 2 runners in scoring position now. Wolverines coach going to be taking a second to talk to the umpire. Umpire sticking with the ruling on the field of fair catch or fair play. So 2 runners in scoring position as Jordan Fedema, the senior DH, will step into the box next for your Hurricanes. Both runners, 2-pace lead. Fedema putting the pressure at the plate. First offering. In the dirt, pass ball. Runner going is Brown. Brown is upright. Almost gets hit in the head. He needs to slide next time. Umpire calls safe. Brown needs to make sure he's sliding and making sure he's touching that bag. Well, 1 run will score. Brown almost catching that one in the face and also almost not touching the bag there. Fedema's in the box here with ball 1. Wolgamuth on third with a 2-pace lead. Only runner on base. Tipped off for strike number 1. Fedema saw glory there, went for it, but not quite in time. 1-1 now for Fedema at the plate. One for Fedema as he checks back into the box. 2-1 the count. Wolgamuth on second, 2-pace lead. Brings it back to 1.5. Inside at the knees for ball number 2. Sometimes I speak before I think. I'd say 2-1's the count now, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see when umpire shows. Wolgamuth 2 paces off second. Hit by pitch. Free base for your DH. I mean, I guess that is one way to get a hit or an on-base percentage. So no outs. Woodmansey checking in the box next. And Coach Andy checking on Fedema. First base coach saying, yeah, he's good. Fedema battling a little bit of an injury at the beginning of the season where he got shot in the elbow, I believe by an airsoft gun. So little BB pellet or either a paintball gun, not quite sure which one. Pellet gun is what I've heard. So coach worried about that previous injury potentially showing its ugly face again, but not the case. So runners at the corners. No outs. Woodmansey on the plate next for your Hurricanes, or at the plate rather. My mistake. So Wolverines taking a second to talk to pitcher number 22, Floyd Holman. Catcher for your Wolverines giving signs just previously. Joseph Holt is behind the mask for your Wolverines. Fedema backs to the bag, and he'll be safe. No pitch yet delivered for Woodmansey. Fedema 2-pace lead. Wolgamuth 2-pace lead. Runners on the corners. Holman comes set. Will deliver. Fedema going. Pump fake from catcher number 19, Joseph Holt. Fedema will be upright into scoring position for your Hurricanes. So 1-0 the count here for Woodmansey at the plate, rather. See what he can do here. Runners on second and third, both in scoring position with 2-pace lead. Woodmansey just has to find the gap here. Up high, ball 2. 2-0 for Woodmansey. Woodmansey checks back in the box after receiving some signs from Coach Andy. 2-pace lead, second and third base runners, Wolgamuth and Fedema respectively. Up high at the eyes, ball 3. Ball gets loose there from the catcher. Gonna throw a slow trickle down to his third baseman. And nothing there. Three the count here. Runners on first and second. Woodmansey at the plate. Chase Woodmansey. Younger brother Grady sitting in the wings on deck. Next delivery. Strike number 1. 3-1 now from Floyd Holman. Behind the mask, like I said previous, is Joseph Holt. Runners on first and second. Both taking more aggressive leads this time, especially on third with Wolgamuth. Strike 2 now. Woodmansey's watched that one to the glove. That was a beautiful pitch, probably the only good one he'll see. So 3-2 the count now for Woodmansey with a full count. Both runners 2-pace lead. Wolgamuth extends this one to 3. Fedema stays at 2. Shortstop's behind him. Pitcher will deliver for Woodmansey. That'll be strike 3. Out number 1. Step in the box next will be Grady Woodmansey, Chase's younger brother. So again, runners in scoring position. Jordan Fedema and Nolan Wolgamuth on first and second. First offering is almost a pass ball. Catcher had to make sure he caught it. But ball number 1 for Grady Woodmansey. Number 2, Grady Woodmansey at the plate next for your Hurricanes. One 0 for Woodmansey with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Fouled off for strike number 1. Mounts grabbing that one. Mounts rocking some Bruce bolts. Grady going gloveless here. First baseman's up on the toes on the grass. Anticipating a bunt here. That one's going to be hit up high and shallow, no, deep rather. The right center gap. And that's caught. So out is Grady, yeah. So 1 run will score. So Hurricanes increase their lead to 3-1 off of that sac fly from Grady Woodmansey. Fedema advances to third, and Wolverines are upset that they did not get the out there on second. Didn't think Fedema tagged up. I did not personally see it. I was watching the ball. But Wolverines are always going to check, make sure that everything's right before they advance. So strike number 2 there for Mounts. Sorry. Strike number 1 for Mounts. 0-1's the count here with 2 outs. Fedema 2-pace lead on third. Pitcher sees him, looks back at the plate, comes set, and will deliver to the plate. Up high and outside for ball number 1. Catcher trying to walk Fedema back. Fedema does not fall for it, but will check back to the plate. Excuse me. Mounts in the box again. Fedema on third. 2-pace lead. Mounts looking for a pitch here he can take for a ride. saw his peer Grady take one for a ride. Mounts will take this one to a ride outside of the park, not the way you want, as a foul off pitch. So 1-2 now for Mounts. Mounts a freshman. Playing the outfield. I believe he's playing right or left. 1-2 the count here for Mounts. Strike number 3, out 3. Umpire giving Mounts a warning. And Mounts not happy with that call, but umpire giving him a warning for the little bat hit on the ground there. Rolling to the top of the 5th. Coach Andy also chewing Mounts out, saying you got to get it back to the dugout. If you strike out, that's on you. Get back to the dugout. No being upset up on the mound, or up on the plate, rather. We'll be back shortly here from the Skagit Valley Dreamfield, home of your Mount Vernon Christian Hurricanes and the Skagit Valley Cardinals. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Boys Baseball on MVC TV. So Mount Vernon Christian making a little substitution there. 6 for 16 in the 9 hole. That means Walker Wolgamuth will check in for Chase Woodmansey in the 9 hole. Walker over in right. Connor in center. And Nolan over in left. Checking in the box first for Wolverines will be number 2 of Parker Allward. We're going to try and get lineups situated here. Not quite sure who's out of the sorts. 11 re-enters the game. So Josh Fedema, your second baseman, not quite sure who he got subbed out for, but he has re-entered the game in the second base position. We're on the top of the 5th here. First offering, up high, ball 1. Wilm's going to have to reel this arm in to try and finish out this game, or at least get as far into this game as he can. We'll see what he can deliver here. 1-0 up high, just above the zone. 2-0 now. Swing and miss, strike 1. 2-1 now the count. Wolverines got a player over here on the first base side, radaring Wilms, seeing what he's throwing at. I would love to know those numbers. That one's hit down the first base line. Fedema going to be playing by himself for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. 7 to the box next, Boaz Moses. So number 23 will return to the dugout. Colton Reinberger on that little information search. There we go. English is hard, kids. I'm sorry. Boaz Moses steps in the box first. Lefty, ball 1. That was a beautiful little strike, but that could have been. 1-0 the count here for Boaz. Not Woodmansey. Swing and miss there for Moses. Wilms on the mound. 1-1 the count here with 1 out. Tipped, strike 2. 1-2 the count. 1-2-1 as it reads across the board over and left. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hurricanes lead 3-1 here, top of the 5th. Strike 3, out number 2. Box approaching next for the box will be Forrest Goodremont. Forrest checking in the box next for the Wolverines. Wilms will find his position on the ball, comes set, receives the sign from Trevor River, likes it, and will deliver here for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now for Forrest. Oh, 1, 2 outs here. Wilms just needs to get a strikeout here. He's on a good roll to do so. 2-0-2 now. 0-2, 2 outs. Bases are empty. With number 7, Goodremont of Forrest Goodremont getting struck at there. So 3 up, 3 down. Hurricanes will go to the dugout and hit up the bats. Hopefully drive in a couple of runs here. And we'll be back here momentarily on MVC TV. You're watching Hurricane Sports. Step in the box first for your Hurricanes will be number 12, Trevor Blum. Blum, your senior catcher. Excuse me. First offering down low, a pass ball for ball 1. Fedema, Jake Fedema will be on the tail of that one. One-0 for Blum. Next offering from number 22, Holman. Holman's next delivery almost takes out Coach Andy there. Beautiful little line drive on the third baseline. If he can get that straightened out a little bit, Holman better watch out and better have cat-like reflexes because that one's coming back quick, just as fast as it came. Nonetheless, strike 1 for Blum, so 1-1's the count for Blum. Coach Andy will regain his bearings. And next offering coming from Holman here. Fouled up the opposite direction. This time a little early. Or sorry, late rather. First time he was a little early. This time he's a little late. So 1-2 now to count here. Blum just gonna have to time this one up beautifully. Aggressive stance in the box. We'll see what he can do here. Nice hit. That'll touch fair, third line. Umpire does not call it fair. That is a call of inches there for Blum. Would have been a beautiful little first base, or single rather. Could have potentially even turned it into a double if anybody made a mistake over there in that corner. So 1-2 is the count as Blum will return to the plate. Again, with that aggressive stance here, late in this count. Gonna need all the power he can get through his body to get this one. Down in the dirt, pass ball for ball 2. 2's now for Blum. Blum, I would presume, still gonna have a pretty aggressive stance as he checks back into the box here. Gonna try and take one for a ride. A little bit less aggressive, but tightening down as time comes. Did a little test twitch there with his hips. You saw that. 2-2. Blum here. Swing and miss, strike 3. At least you go out swinging off of 2 line drives for foul balls. So out number 1 as Fedema will walk up to the plate next for your Hurricanes. Fedema, the Jake variety. Jake Fedema, your first baseman, a junior, also a lefty, which makes him super valuable at the plate and also on first. Bottom of the 5th here. Hurricanes need to drive in some runs just to ensure this lead. Beautiful little start off there. That'll drop in left center gap. Fedema looks to be rounding first, decides to stay at first. Thought about going to second, decides to stay. Beautiful knock there from Fedema. So runner on first. Batter at the plate next will be the sophomore, number 14, third baseman, Bennett Davis. Runner on first is Jake Fedema with a 2-pace lead. Makes that 2 1/4. Shuffles a little bit. Bennett calls for time. Didn't like what he was seeing there. So he'll check back into the box. Not quite sure if that's going to change much, but we'll see. Pitcher will come set here. Davis gets to his stance. Fedema getting back onto first. Ball is still there, and he'll be up safe. 0's the count for Davis at the plate. Has not been delivered a pitch yet. You can see the dust, at least in person, you can see the dust. Not quite sure how well you can see that on the stream. The dust rolling from when Fedema went. Pass ball, and Fedema is going to stay at second on the stolen base in running position. He should have been watching coach there, but I understand the sentiment. If that had been a strike, he has to get there as fast as possible, but could have potentially turned that into a double steal. So Davis will get his first delivery here, a 1-0 count for Bennett. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Fedema with a 2-pace lead. You can hear your Hurricane dugout chirping it up. In the dirt, pass ball. Fedema going to third. Upright, easy for third. 2-0 now the count for Bennett. Coach Andy telling Bennett what he wants to see from them. Hitting it hard, deep right field is the call. We'll see what Bennett can do here. He's going to have to find a perfect pitch here. Fedema with a 3-4 pace lead. Hits that one back towards the pitcher. Past the pitcher. Gets it to second. He'll be out at first, but an RBI nonetheless. So 1 run will score for your Hurricanes. Like I said, Hurricanes going to be working to build a buffer a little bit here. So 2 outs, sacrifice RBI for Bennett Davis. Run will score. Hurricanes now lead 4-1. The bottom of the first. Josh, youngest Fedema. Josh Fedema steps into the box next for your Hurricanes. We'll see what he can make of it here. Holman staying on the mound. Will deliver now. That'll be ball 1. That was a good little, could have been a strike there, honestly. But he will stay with a 1-0 count. If you're a Hurricane fan, that's what you want to see. You want to see a 1-0 count early. Nice hit there from Josh. That's going to drop in. That could have been a home run at any other field. The far back wall here is 357. He'll be safe at second. Beautiful double for putting another run in scoring position. Beautiful knock there in that left center gap. That ball had potential to go out of here, but came up short by probably, I'd say about 5 feet, maybe. 5, maybe 6 feet. So Wolgamuth now stepping in the box here. Hopefully going to be trying to keep the momentum alive. Josh on second with a 2-pace lead. Shortstop is there. Extends his lead to 3 or 4 paces there. First pitch for Wolgamuth is a strike. So 0-1 with 2 outs as Wolgamuth will step back into the box here. We'll see what Wolgamuth can make of it. Fed him a 2-pace lead up on the grass. Probably 2 feet off the grass now. Slowly crouching up on that grass. Holman will deliver. Here, up high. Ball 1, so 1's now for Wolgamuth. We've got a runner in scoring position as Coach Ed Webb is telling Wolgamuth, let's get this guy home. So 1's with 2 outs. 1-1 to count for Wolgamuth, 2 outs, like I said. Fedema on second, 2-pace lead, almost up on the grass. Strike being called against Wolgamuth. 1-2, not quite sure if that was ball placement or because he swung. Also a check swing there, so I would assume it was ball placement. 1-2 the count here for Wolgamuth. He's going to have to be aggressive here to try and keep this run alive for your Hurricanes. We'll see what he can do. Watch that one to the glove. Risky maneuver, but 2's now. Coach Andy wanting Nolan to stay short and tight. Putting the ball in play is the main goal here. If you can get a ball in play, you can get Josh into third, which puts you in a better position there for Fedema, his older brother. Ball 3 rather. Coach Andy wanting the same thing from Wolgamuth. We'll see what Wolgamuth can do here. High pressure situation for the sophomore. Something he should be familiar with, but we'll see. Josh again, 2 paces. And Coach Andy looking to get him closer to the plate and then keeps him off. So runners now first and second. Nolan Wolgamuth on first now as Jordan Fedema, the DH, will step into the box next for your Hurricanes. Jordan can nail one just like his younger brother Josh did. If he can do that, we will likely see 2 runs scoring for your Hurricanes. So both runners playing aggressive here. Fouled up and hits the net. Dead ball for strike number 1. Runner on second is Fedema of the Josh variety with a nice little lead of 2-3 paces. Wolgamuth on first has a 3-pace lead now. 0-1 the count for Fedema at the plate. Jordan up high, ball 1. 1-1 now. Hurricanes have currently rattled, I would say the Hurricanes have rattled number 22, Floyd Holman, but we'll see if Floyd can prove us wrong. 1's now for Fedema as he's in the box. Younger brother Josh had a beautiful hit earlier today to get him on second. We'll see what older can do. Pass ball. Now runners move to scoring position. So 2-1 now for Fedema. I don't think the Wolverines can really afford to do a substitution for your pitcher, as with playing last night, don't have a whole lot of depth in the lineup as far as I've heard from the fellas at school. So 2-1's count here for Fedema. Outside, ball 3. So runners on second and third, both in scoring position, Nolan and Josh. Both got their lead probably about 3 paces there. I know for sure Nolan got his to 3. Fedema's keeping it closer at 2. But with Nolan being the following runner, he needs to be further ahead. Up high, ball 4, bases loaded now. So Walker Wolgamuth, the 8th grader, stepping into the box next for your Hurricanes. Coach Andy telling Walker to stay close to the plate and have fun with it. Looks like Friday Harbor catcher going to be having a little talk with his pitcher here. Coach Bennett just giving Walker some advice here. A tense situation here for the young player. Probably a little bit more pressure than he's used to, but we'll see what he can do here. Older brothers, siblings around the bags here, as you've got Josh and Jordan on first and third. First pitch is a strike. And then you've got Nolan and Walker over on Walker's at the plate and Nolan's on second. So cool little situation here for the Fedema and Wolgemuth families. 0-1 the count here for Walker. See what he can do here. A little bit behind to start off, but definitely nothing he can't overcome. Down low and outside, ball 1. 1-1 now for Wolgemuth. Runners everywhere. Not the situation you want to see if you're a Wolverine fan. Beautiful situation here for your Hurricanes. With 2 outs, your pitcher just has to focus on Walker at the plate. If he focuses on anything else, it'll throw him off his game for sure. 1-1 for Walker at the plate. Pitcher will deliver. Holman almost nailed him there for ball number 2. 2-1 the count here for Walker. Walker moves that one out of the box. Moves out of the box after that one. A little bit of a kind of a scary pitch, but it always scared him. So 2-1 with 2 outs. Walker fouls that one off for strike 2. Beautiful job. Got contact. He's got confidence now. We'll see what he can make of it. Two with 2 outs. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Strike 3, out 3. Learning experience there for Walker. And bases will be empty as Hurricanes will hit up. We'll go to the field next, actually, and Wolverines will hit up the bats as we roll into the top of the 6th. Hurricanes leading 4-1. We'll be back here shortly on MVC TV. All right, we're back here. Skagit Valley Dream Field. Number 9, Will Youngsman checking in the box first for your Wolverines. Carson Wilms will stay at the on the mound, rather. Fouled off for strike number 1. That one is hit down third base line. Bennett not quite able to make the play there. That'll roll into right, or left rather, and runner will be safe at first. So new runner or new hitter, new count here for Wilms. Runner on first. Batter at the plate is Joseph Holt, your catcher. Runner on first, number 9, Will Youngsman. Youngsman with a 2-pace lead. Holt at the plate. Wilms will deliver. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. 0-1, runner on the first. Batter at the plate is Holt. Youngsman on first. Fouled off for strike number 2. 0-2 now. Pass ball, Trevor Blum. Beautiful stop there for ball number 1. If that ball wasn't stopped by Blum, the runner was probably going to go for second. Beautiful job by Trevor to try and catch that, or at least stop it from passing him. Next offering from Wilms, hit towards third baseman. Bennett not quite able to make anything of it, and Grady will make the stop. Won't be able to make a play at second or first, but will stop will stop advancement of the bases. There's the words. So runners on first and second. Runner on second is Youngsman. Runner on first is number 19 of Holt. At the plate next is number 6, Harrison Edge. Edge, I believe, appearing now 3 times to the plate. Strike number 1 here for Edge. Zero one. Wilms almost tried to pick off runner on second of Youngsman, but nobody was there to cover, so nothing able to be done there, as Edge will step back into the box. Youngsman on second. 19 of Holt at first. Edge hits this one towards Holt on first. Runners are going to be trying to score here. Going to be a throwdown situation, nothing there. 1 run will score for the Wolverines. Runners will stay at second and third. So 2 runners in scoring position now off of that hit. And Wolverines will increase their lead to 4-2. Coach Andy will take a second to talk to his pitcher. And your batter of number 6, Harrison Edge, will drop off his batting gloves and will retrieve a sliding mitt. Wilms getting a little talking to from Coach Andy. We'll see what he comes up with. No, come here. 0-1 the count here. Sorry, count should reset. My mistake. So runners on second and third in scoring position. Number 8 of Mason Smith is at the plate. 0 is his count. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1 for number 18 of Pope, Henry Pope. 0-1 the count here for Pope. Ball 1. Beautiful stop there from Blum. Wilms going to have to reel this one in. Try and control it a little bit better. 1-1 now for Pope at the plate. Runners on second and third, both with about a 2-pace lead. Foul ball, strike 2. Runners on second and third, both in the scoring position. Runner on second with a 3 to 4 pace lead. Runner on third with a 2-pace lead. Batter at the plate gets next delivery up high. Ball, likely a call there from Blum, trying to get the ball up high so that he can be upright and potentially pick off the runner on third, but not quite able to do anything with that. 2-2 now for Pope at the plate. Wilms will deliver. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out number 1. Beautiful. That's what your Hurricanes needed there. So zeros with 1 out as number 3 of Jackson Feliz comes to the plate next.
Outfield, got to be able to throw him out of home.
Zeros for Feliz with 1 out. Up high. Blum popping up to snag that one. Ready for the throwdown at third. Davis has to be ready for that throw. Runners on second and third. Runner at second, way off the base path there, but is probably a 2 or 3 pace lead. Strike 1. 1-1 now for Wilms. Wilms versus Jackson. Jackson Feliz at the plate. Runner on third has a 2 pace lead. Runner on second has a 3 pace lead. So third is 2, second has 3. Just outside for ball 2. 2-1 now. Two-one now for Wilms. Wilms gonna work to deliver something that is swingable but missable. See what he can do here. Strike, he went. 2-2 now. Beautiful, swingable but missable, like I called it for Wilms. We'll see what he can do here next. Runners on second and third. Runner on second has a 3 pace lead. Runner on third has a 2 pace lead, like I said. Wilms delivers inside, ball 3. So full count now for Carson. Blum receiving signs will transfer. Wilms likely not going to have a decision here. Will accept. And he will deliver here. Fouled off for no addition to the count, but beautiful delivery there from Wilms. We'll see what he can do. With this full count situation, runners on second and third, both in scoring position. I guess leading run is on the plate. Tying runs at second. That one is hit. Shortstop, Grady not quite able to make anything of it. Tying run from second is going. Blum gonna try and make the snag, not quite able to. Nobody's there on second. Pass ball, gotta pick that up quick. So no outs. Game is now tied. Runner on second in scoring position. That is the go-ahead run. Coach Andy gonna be taking a second to talk to his young pitcher, Carson Wilms. Likely gonna be taking him out. That is the case. Carson pitching a beautiful opener for your Hurricanes. And it looks like Jordan Fetterman will be coming from the bullpen over in right to fill in for Wilms. Just a simple pitching change, it seems. Not sure if... Yes, the DH will enter the game, which means Carson is coming out. Fetterman will be pitching next. Likely will be pitching potentially the remainder of this game. Depends on how long it goes. But we'll see what he can deliver here for your Hurricanes. We'll be back after his little warm-up. So Jordan Fedema, the DH, has entered the game, and if you look over, you can't see it, but when we look over into right field, we can see that in the bullpen for your Wolverines looks to be number 6, I believe, of Harrison Edge, likely warming up to enter this game shortly. So 1 out, strike 1, first delivery from Fedema. Okay. So at the plate for your Wolverines, the Wolverines will be Floyd Holman, your pitcher. Ball 1 there. Good little block there from Trevor Blum. So 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for your Hurricanes versus Holman. Runner on second with a 2-pace lead. Completely forgot about him. My apologies. Strike number 2. Jordan's able to find that box just barely. And when he finds it, he's not going to leave it unless called otherwise. Blum will retrieve signs, deliver. Fedema likes it and will come set with a 1-2 count here against Holman. That one is hit back. Woodmansey at short. Going to get that one across to Jake at first. Out number 2. So runner now at third with 2 outs. Batter coming to the plate next will be Parker Alward. Coach Andy looking for Trevor Blum to be big, trying to not let any pass balls here. If you let one pass, you know he's going to go. So 0's here. Strike called. So out of the last 3 at-bats for Parker, came to Bennett twice, came to Jake once, being called out by Coach Ed Webb. So 0-1 the count here for Parker. Runner on third, 3-pace lead, kind of outside the path, but on the dirt still. Down on the dirt for ball number 1. Beautiful stop there from Blum, not letting that one get past him with a 1-1 count here. Coach Andy giving Jordan a little sign, and we'll see what he can do here. Fedema will deliver now. Just outside for ball number 2. So 2-1 now for Parker Alward. 2-1 the count as Fedema works to gain an advantage here. Fouled off, and that will give him the advantage. 2-2 the count here for Fedema. So Parker cannot be too picky. He's not ahead in this count right now. I think technically they would be tied in this count. Runner on third, 2-pace lead in the cutout. 2's across the board. Fedema delivers. Strike 3, out 3. Hurricanes will roll the inning over, and they will go to bottom of the 6th. And we will get this party started. Hurricanes have to try and come back from a tie right now. Last night, Friday Harbor came out victorious in 9, 5-4. So we'll see what Hurricanes can do tonight in 9. And we will be back here shortly from the Skagit Dreamfield. You're watching Mount Vernon Christian Hurricanes baseball on MVC TV. So stepping in the box first for your Hurricanes will be number 2 of Grady Woodmansey. Pitching change on the top of the mound. So Friday Harbor talking with the umpire, needing to be on the road at 7. That is in 37 minutes. Not our problem.
We didn't choose to live out there.
Strike number 1 for Grady. On the mound now is number 6 of Harrison Edge. Previous pitcher of Floyd Holman has pitched out and does not have any more pitches to offer. 100 is the magic number. Ball number 1 for Grady, so 1-1 now for Woodmansey.
Hey, let's go, G. Get us started, kid.
Harrison
Put him
Edge,
away right here.
definitely probably not your first pick for pitching if you are the Wolverines, but have no option as playing a doubleheader of sorts, playing last night in Friday Harbor and tonight here at Skagit Valley Dreamfield. That would be a nice hit to the shortstop. Woodmansey going to have to beat that one out, and he'll get him over at first. Beautiful throw there from shortstop over to first. Woodmansey just cannot get any luck getting on base tonight.
Hey, let's go get him, Connor.
Up next for your Hurricanes will be number 3,
Good effort,
Connor Mounts. Connor Mounts, freshman.
Let's go, 3.
Shortstop to first base, making that play there. Edge will deliver. Mounts hits that one down past both shortstop will make the snag. Mounts will stay over on first. So runner on base now for your Hurricanes. Blom will step up to the plate next for your Hurricanes.
Hey, be the difference. 3. Let's go, kid.
So go ahead run is on first. Blom is checking into the box here shortly after getting signs from Coach Reed. Sorry, not Coach Reed, Coach Andy. I keep wanting to say Andy Reid, but that is Kansas City Chiefs. It's Chiefs coach. So football, not baseball. No, he's always been Chiefs. Mounts almost got picked off. Yeah, he has been all around. Mounts almost picked off over at first. Talking football, not baseball. So my apologies. Blum at the plate has not been delivered yet. Mounts over on first. 3-pace lead going for first, or second rather. Throw down there. Mounts safe at second. Ball is passed. It's going to stay at second. So go ahead, run in scoring position now. I believe that'll be ball 1 for Blum.
Hey, let's go, Trev. Bring him around, kid. Trade places with him.
So 1-0 the count here for Blum, I believe. 2-0 rather. 2-0 is the count for Blum. 1 ball, sorry, 1-0. 1-0 the count.
Thank you.
1-0 the count. Go ahead, run on second. Blum at the plate. Next delivery from Edge. Drilled on the third baseline. If Blum can
Let's go, Trev.
if Blum could sit tight just a little bit longer, literally seconds, if that, he will drill this one into center field, and it'll probably give the Hurricanes the lead here. We'll see what he can do. 1-1 they count for Blum. Mounts on second. Blum fouls that one off for 1-2 now at the plate. Mounts check back to the bag.
Hey, like you can, Trev. Let's go, kid.
1-2 the count for 1-2. Trevor Blum, your catcher, senior. Mounts is going. Blum will hit this one. Shortstop will field. Gets that one across to first. And the ball was not there. Pass ball. Blum's going to second. Mounts will score. Blum will be safe at second.
Hey, way to go, Trev.
So Hurricanes have extended their lead now. 5-4. Pass ball on first. Blum on second. In the box next for your Hurricanes will be number 20, Jake Fedema. Beautiful play there from your Hurricanes. Smart base running from both Blum and believe that was Mounts. Yeah, that was Mounts. So Fedema at the plate here. Jake Fedema will hit this one up behind us barely. That was scary for a second. And that'll be 0-1 is the count. Blum on second with a 3-pace lead, keeping his feet active. Pitcher going to try and throw him off, not quite able to do anything with it. Going to be a little back and forth action between pitcher and shortstop. Fedema on at the plate, rather. Runner going. Blum have to get down. He's gone. He's going home. Pass ball by the third baseman. Blum will be upright, safe for home. Hurricanes have increases their lead to 6-4, leading by 2 now in the bottom of the 6th. Fedema 1-1 at the plate. Bases are empty. Blum on a steal will score
Go get yours, Jake.
off of a pass ball from the third baseman. Throw down from the catcher, not quite able to be there in time. So 1-1 the count for Fedema at the plate with 1 out. Up high, ball 2. Two-1 the count for Fedema. 2-1 with 1 out. Fedema fouling this one off. Straight back for strike number 2. Bennett Davis on the tail end of that one.
Hey, Vera, be careful on that bucket, honey.
2-2 the count here for Fedema. In the dirt, ball 3. Nobody on the base. So catcher got lucky there. Bases are empty, 1 out. Fedema at the plate. Jake Fedema, 3-2 full count for Fedema. Pressure Fedema is used to at this point. Been playing select baseball for a while now. Playing at the varsity level for his entire career as a high schooler. 3-2 count here for Fedema. We'll see what he can make of it here. Deliver outside, ball 4, free base.
Hey, way to be patient, Jake.
Fedema just taking his time there and got a free
wear
base.
him out, Bennett. Wear him out, kid.
Bennett Davis going to be stepping to the box next for your Hurricanes. Sophomore, number 14, third baseman, Bennett Davis. Fedema already got an aggressive lead of 2 paces here on first. We'll see what he can do here. So Davis will come set. Pitcher will come set. Edge delivers. Runner is going. Fedema going to have to get down and does so. And second baseman kind of loses positioning there. But Hurricanes will hopefully extend their lead with a runner now in position to score on second now. Bennett at the plate, getting direction there from Coach Andy. 1-0 the count here for Bennett. Runner on second is Jake Fedema with a 2-pace lead. Second baseman is there to cover. Pitcher will check. Pitcher is, let me check real quick.
Oh! Oh my gosh.
Bennett has stepped out of the box. Pitcher will deliver, and Coach Andy will try and dispute it, but strike will be called against Davis. So 1-1 now for Davis. Pitcher number 6, Harrison Edge. Davis thought he was safe, but he's going to have to come back with a vengeance here. Fedema with 3-pace lead now. That'll be inside at the hands for ball 2. 2-1 the count now.
Bring your shoulder, Bennett.
2-1 with a runner on second. Bennett's in the box. Delivers, popped up from the bat of Bennett. Caught. Fedema going for third. He'll be up at third.
Hey, bring him in, Josh.
So runner will advance to third. 1 out. Josh Fedema, the youngest of the 3,
Hey, like you can,
will
Josh.
go
Let's go.
to the plate.
Huh?
Fly out.
He's not a fan. They don't get along, I guess.
Youngest Fedema, Josh,
Let's go, kid.
steps in the box next for your Hurricanes. number 11, your second baseman, older brother Jake, getting a stare down from Harrison Edge. Up high, ball one. Jake with almost a 3 to 4 pace lead there on third. Edge trying to intimidate him. Nothing Jake hasn't seen before. So Jake not scared whatsoever over on third. Knows the past 2 times been trying to pick off at third. That one's popped up from Josh. Shortstop will catch. No run.
Hey, 3 up, 3
So
down,
we'll
let's
roll
go.
into the top of the 7th. And it is 6:34. So hopefully Friday Harbor can make their ferry. If not, they will have to, I think they'll have to call the game and potentially forfeit. But we'll see what they decide to do here. So we're rolling into top of the 7th, right on top of the 7th. And we will be back here shortly from the Skagit Valley Dream Field. Mount Vernon Christian Hurricane Baseball on MVC TV. Step in the box next for the visiting Wolverines. Number 15, Boaz Moses. Jordan Fedema will be back on top of the mound. And Blum will be behind the mask. Rolling top of the 7th. We have to get 3 outs here without Friday Harbor tying, and Hurricanes will win this ball game. Strike one. A good little start there from Fedema. Fedema has found the zone. Will not leave it. You can almost guarantee that.
Let's go, Biggie. Be the difference, kid.
0-1 count here for Boaz. Fedema delivers.
Nice
Swing and a miss.
pitch.
Strike 2. Fedema delivering some heat from that mound. Blum adjusts the masks, gets back into position, and will look for the delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out 1.
Hey, way to go.
1 up, 1 down for Jordan Fedema. Gonna have to keep the confidence rolling as Forrest Goodremont will step into the box next for your Wolverines.
Way to work, Jordan. Gotta play defense.
Ball 1 for Forrest. He'll step out. No signs given, no signs received. Coach is kind of playing a hands-off approach here, I guess. 1-0 count. Strike 1. 1-1 now.
Pitch, Jordan. Good job, Jordan.
One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1
Out of
out.
the zone, 2
For Trevor Blum is behind the mask. Jordan Fedema is on top of the plate, or the mound. Got my words mixed up. Fedema gets that one hit.
That's an out.
Gets it to Fedema.
Come on, you guys.
Woodmansey zings that across to Fedema. He's safe at
Come on,
first.
boys.
So 1 runner on first.
That's not a hit.
So number 9 steps in the box next for Will Youngsman. Youngsman steps into the box next for your Wolverines, rather. Zeros with 1 out for Youngsman. Runner on first is Forrest.
Double 'em up.
2 pace lead. Runner thought about going. Throw is there. Fedema, or runner was there first, rather. So pass ball is ball number 1 for number 9 of Will Youngsman. Youngsman will step back into the box.
And let's go, Jordan.
Wolverine dugout chirping it up. Very vocal. Ball number 2 for Youngsman. So runner on first is Forrest Goodremont. Forrest takes a 2-pace lead, might extend it to 3, 2.5 currently as it stands. That one is hit up high, short center, and snag by Connor Mounts to get out number 2. Connor's been crucial today's game. Hurricanes just got to get one more out, and this game is over. 7 in the box next for the Wolverines will be number 19, Joseph Holt. Joseph Holt, 7 in the box next for your Wolverines. On first is still Forrest Goodremont. As the sun starts to go behind the trees, Fedema receives the sign, comes set. Almost picks off first, not quite able to do anything with it. Just trying to keep that runner honest, mostly. Wolverines got a player over on first base side, Radaring Fedema. Swing and a miss, runner going. Blum got the throw there. Grady not quite able to make the snag. Jumping over Goodremont. Could have been an ugly situation, but that's okay. So runner in scoring position now. It is not the tying nor the go-ahead run. But number 19, Joseph Holt, is at the plate. Fedema is going to have to stand at the plate. Strike. Number 1, I believe. Should be a 1-1 count. 1-1 with 2 outs as Fedema is at the top of the mound. Batter's check into the box. Fedema receives the sign, likes it, will come set, and will deliver. Fouled up and out. Strike number 2. 1-2 now.
Hey, strike 2. Let's go, Biggie. Sit him down, kid.
1-2 now. Fedema needs one more pitch. Runner on second. No lead yet. Staying on second. Extends his lead now to 3 paces. Fedema comes set, looks, delivers.
There it is.
Strike 3, out 3. This game is over. Hurricanes win 6-4. Bottom of the 7th, top of the 7th rather.
Needed that one. Split him. Cut away, Canes.
Hurricanes come out victorious tonight. The Skagit Valley Dream Field between your Mount Vernon Christian Hurricanes and your Wolverines. 6-4. Beautiful game played by both teams. Thank you to our umpires as they will head out and catch their next game. Only a few more games left here for your Hurricanes at home. Next couple will likely be, I believe, May 2nd is senior night, so make sure you want to tune in for that. Other than that, I don't know the next game, but hopefully we'll be there. We will see. Thank you all for tuning in regardless, and we'll see you at a game here shortly, hopefully. From Mount Vernon Christian High School Athletic Department and Audiovisual Department, this is Matt DeGaw signing off from the Skagit Valley Dream Field. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and we will see you again here shortly.